manual adjustment of the brightness levels if you're without a smart device. Now, in terms of the internal bulb, this cannot be user replaced, so if it does manage to burn out in some way, you'll need to replace the candela as a whole. And also worth mentioning is that heat is not a concern with this thing. Although it does look like it's hot inside, it's just an illusion, and I've ran this thing for hours on end and it doesn't get warm at all. If you look at the candela from the bottom, here you'll find a switch that can be used for Bluetooth pairing, manually powering it on or manually powering it off. Right beneath that switch we also have an LED indicator light for recharging and also a pinhole that you can use for resetting the candela to its out-of-the-box configuration. Last for the bottom, you'll find a recessed micro USB port that can be used for recharging the candela, and there's also a tiny notch cut out towards the back for running the cable through and keeping everything sitting flush. So that's it for a quick walkthrough on the candela's hardware. Let me walk you guys through the companion app next, and we'll get a look also at the candela in use. Alright, so once you've put the candela into Bluetooth mode and connected it to your smart device through the Yeelight app, you will see it appear within your My Devices area. You can see it here on mine. It's called the ambiance lamp. There's really not much you can do from this main screen, but you can quickly turn the candela on or off if you need. If you tap in, this is where most of the underlying functionality is going to be found. Here we have these 4 presets, these big icons. There is a night mode, there's also a home mode, a music mode, and a date night mode. Aside from the presets, you can also control the brightness manually by adjusting using the slider there. The presets are just quick ways of adjusting the lighting based on different situations that you'll be using the candela with. For example, the night mode will adjust it to a 10, and the home mode is going to adjust it to a 70. So you can quickly switch whenever you need. Now, if you drag the slider somewhere in between and you find a number that you like that's kind of odd, like a 63 for example, you can even favorite that and add that current state to a list and give it a name so that you can easily access it later. To access that list, it's going to be done through this little icon area here. This section is kind of glitched up. I don't know what's going on up here at the top. You can see that it's a little weird, but here you have presets for different levels of brightness. You can also view your favorites here. You can set the candela to operate on a timer if you want it to run automatically. And that's pretty much what this area is intended for. Up here in the corner, we also have the ability to change the name of the candela. That way, if you have more than one, you can easily tell them apart. You can also set them up in groups. That way you can control them simultaneously. And the last 3 options, it looks like, are going to be for disconnecting, giving feedback, or resetting. So that's pretty much what the app has to offer in terms of control and usability. Now that we've checked that out, I wanted to finish it up by giving you guys a quick look at a few use cases that I found for my candela so far. So my first and probably one of the most obvious use cases for the candela has been as a desk lamp. The warm glow really helps with lighting without being too distracting or overwhelmingly bright, and you can pretty much work anywhere with it since it's so portable and has the rechargeable battery. Next, my kid loves this thing. We found that it makes an awesome accessory for bedtime. He's been using it a lot for storytelling.
Next to the door, there was a double. And when people came in, he killed somebody's heart.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And then he break up.
Last, the candela fits right in as a nightlight or a lamp for the nightstand, especially since it has that timer feature for auto-disabling itself. There are obviously many other uses for something like this, but these were just a few that I had to showcase for you guys today. And that